In the vast silence where light dances with shadows, there exists a paradox, a whisper of life born from the deepest darkness, a star whose death gave birth to gold. Here, in the infinite expanse, silence is not empty, but pregnant with possibility. Each flicker of distant fire a secret waiting to be uncovered. We stand at the edge of a cosmic dawn, where the boundaries between worlds blur, and the very fabric of reality hums with anticipation. It is as if the universe itself holds its breath, offering glimpses of a future where humanity's footsteps will trace new paths across the red sands of Mars, a celestial mirage of hope and transformation. The stars beckon with silent promises, their light a gentle reminder that our journey is only beginning. What secrets lie hidden in the depths of this celestial vault? And in our quest to reach beyond, what new mysteries will we unveil beneath the endless night? But what lies behind this cosmic veil? In the vast, silent theater of the cosmos, where stars dance in eternal ballets and galaxies swirl like cosmic whirlpools, humanity stands on the precipice of a new frontier. Imagine a universe where the boundaries of our world dissolve into the infinite canvas of space, where the red planet, Mars, beckons not as a distant dream, but as a tangible destination woven into our destiny. This is the era heralded by SpaceX's Starship, a vessel not merely of metal and fuel, but of hope, ingenuity, and the relentless human spirit striving to transcend our terrestrial origins. Picture a colossal ship, capable of carrying dozens, hundreds of souls, along with colossal cargoes that dwarf anything we've sent before. It's a moving city in the void, a giant leap across the void that separates worlds. Its design embodies the pinnacle of engineering mastery, reusable, efficient, adaptable, transforming space travel from an arduous, costly venture into a routine journey. Like a mighty phoenix rising from its ashes, Starship's reusability promises to redefine our reach into the cosmos, making the dream of colonizing Mars not just possible, but inevitable. Envision the challenge, propelling this massive craft through the hostile atmosphere of Mars, navigating its fiery re-entry with precision and grace, all while maintaining the delicate balance of life support for its crew. The technology is a marvel. Advanced propulsion systems that cut through the vacuum, innovative aerobraking techniques that slow the ship with minimal fuel, and autonomous navigation that guides these explorers through the unknown with silent confidence. But beyond the engineering feats lies an even deeper quest: the ability to produce fuel on Mars itself, harnessing the planet's resources to forge a sustainable cycle, what scientists call in-situ resource utilization. It's akin to planting a seed on alien soil and nurturing it to grow, ensuring that journeys to and from Mars become self-sufficient and endless. Imagine the human colony, habitats built from Martian materials, shielded from radiation, equipped with cutting-edge life support systems that sustain life in the harshest conditions. Think of astronauts living in environments that mimic Earth's comforts, yet challenge their minds and bodies in ways no one has yet experienced. How do they maintain their physical health, their mental resilience, in a gravity that is only a third of ours? How do they forge community, hope, and purpose amidst the silence of space? This grand voyage is more than a technological marvel. It's a mirror held up to our collective soul. It raises profound questions about what it means to be human, about our capacity to adapt, to survive, and to thrive beyond the cradle of Earth. As we peer into this cosmic horizon, contemplating the potential of Mars to become our second home, one must wonder, what truths might be hidden within this infinite architecture of stars and planets? As we gaze softly into the night sky, Imagine a vessel born from human dreams and boundless hope. Starship, a new kind of Voyager, carrying not just cargo and crews, but the promise of a second home among the stars. It's more than metal and engines. It's a gentle step toward transforming our future, making the journey to Mars not just a distant wish, but a shared reality. Every challenge, propulsion, re-entry, sustainability, becomes a whisper of possibility, a testament to our resilience and curiosity. Through innovative ways to create fuel on Mars and technologies that nurture both body and mind, we begin to weave a new chapter of human existence beyond Earth. If this vision of hope and discovery stirs something within you, perhaps you feel the quiet pulse of our collective heartbeat, reaching out to the cosmos. Let's return to where it all began, our desire to explore, to belong, and to find new worlds among the stars. In the vast silence before the dawn of existence, there was only an infinite, swirling darkness, a formless void where chaos reigned unchallenged. It was a primordial birthplace, a cosmic womb teeming with potential, yet untouched by form or purpose. Imagine the universe as a great, restless mother, her breath a tempest of swirling gases and shimmering dust, cradling the chaos within her endless depths. From this chaos, the first whispers of order began to stir, like the faint glow of dawn breaking through a long, dark night. In those ancient moments, the universe was a forge, a blazing crucible where fire and dust danced in an eternal ballet. Stars, the radiant children of this chaos, ignited like mighty flames, furnaces of nuclear fusion that burned with divine fury. With their birth, they cast light into the darkness, but their existence was fleeting. When a star reached the end of its life, it did not simply fade. It exploded, a supernova, releasing torrents of energy and spewing forth elements forged deep within their cores. These cataclysmic deaths were not endings, but sacred rebirths, scattering dust and debris across the cosmos. From this cosmic dust, new worlds and new possibilities arose. Elements like carbon, oxygen, and iron, building blocks of life, were born anew amid the ashes of dying stars. They drifted through space, silent witnesses to the cycle of destruction and rebirth, waiting patiently for the moment when they could coalesce into something greater. It was as if the universe itself was an ancient storyteller, weaving a tale from fire, dust, and silence, each death a chapter in the endless saga of creation. And so, amidst this vast tapestry of stellar death and rebirth, the cosmos began to take shape. Nebulae blossomed like cosmic gardens, their gaseous tendrils reaching out in delicate filaments. Within these stellar nurseries, gravity wove the dust into spheres, slowly forming planets, silent sentinels of time and space. Among them, Earth emerged, a fragile gem amid the black velvet of eternity, carrying within it the seeds of life and the promise of something extraordinary. This was the moment before everything we know, before consciousness, before the spark of life, before the whisper of humanity's first question. Why are we here? It was a time when the universe was still whispering its secrets, wrapped in the shroud of ancient silence, waiting for a voice to listen, to understand. The silence was thick with possibilities, suspended in the vast, uncharted depths of time. Yet, even in that silence, the echoes of creation pulsed faintly, remnants of the stellar funerals that had given birth to new worlds. Those echoes carried the promise that life, consciousness, and even hope could emerge from the chaos. They whispered of a future where dust would coalesce into worlds with skies and seas, where stars would serve as guiding lights for explorers yet to come. A future where humanity's journey would begin, not in chaos, but in a deliberate dance of discovery, building bridges from dust and fire toward the unknown. And what remains buried in that ancient silence? The answer lingers like a question, echoing through the void. Is there more beyond the stars we see? Are we merely the echoes of stellar deaths, or the beginning of something eternal? The universe waits patiently, its story unfinished, inviting us to listen, to learn, to become part of its endless cycle of birth and rebirth. For in the depths of silence, the first whispers of everything still whisper, waiting to be awakened. Beneath these records, something is still alive, whispering through the silent language of the universe. Imagine a diary, written not with ink, but with the faint glow of particles and the delicate traces of ancient light. Each entry captures a moment in time, a glimpse into the endless story of creation, waiting patiently to be deciphered by curious minds. Long ago, in the depths of stars, nuclear fires burned fiercely, forging the elements that would one day build planets, life, and us. When a star reaches the end of its life in a brilliant supernova, it scatters these elements across the cosmos. Today, scientists detect subtle signals, MeV emissions, that serve as cosmic fingerprints, revealing the alchemy of nucleosynthesis. These gamma rays are like the faint echoes of stellar forges, whispering tales of nuclear reactions that occurred billions of years ago. They are the universe's diary entries, inscribed in invisible ink, waiting to be uncovered. Through these signals, we learn that the universe is a master storyteller, recording its history in the language of light and particles. Like fossils embedded in rock, these emissions are fossilized moments of nuclear drama, remnants of the star's fiery births and violent deaths. They are the universe's memory, preserved in the delicate shimmer of gamma rays, allowing us to read the story of matter's transformation across cosmic time. But these signals are only the beginning. Beneath the surface of the cosmos's luminous record lies something even more profound. The silent, invisible currents of cosmic rays and neutrinos, carrying whispers from the universe's earliest epochs. These particles are like fragments of a long-forgotten diary, scattered across space and time, waiting to be pieced together. They carry the imprint of processes that shaped the universe before our eyes were open, before planets, before life, before us. In this cosmic archive, every photon, every particle is a page in the universe's grand chronicle. They tell stories of the first atoms coalescing, of galaxies forming in the depths of darkness, and of the elements that would one day become the building blocks of life. These invisible messengers reveal that time itself is encoded in the fabric of space, each moment leaving a mark that endures beyond the fleeting span of human memory. Yet, as we read these silent stories, we realize that the universe's past is not just a distant memory, but a living dialogue. Beneath these records, something is still alive: our curiosity, our quest to understand. The universe's history is a living manuscript, written with the ink of light and matter, and we are the readers, peering into the depths of eternity to discover the origins of everything. In this pursuit, science becomes a form of memory, an act of capturing time itself. Through the delicate dance of particles and photons, we hold on to the universe's story, knowing that each discovery is a step closer to understanding our place in the vast, unfolding narrative of existence. And as we continue to listen, to decode the whispers of the cosmos, we may find that the universe's greatest secrets are not just written in the stars, but also in the silent stories that live within us. Beneath the surface of the universe's grand design lies a hidden landscape, a terrain unseen by the naked eye. It's a realm of microscopic worlds and cryptic forces, where the true architecture of existence is carved not in rock or metal, but in particles and waves. As we venture further into space, our understanding of these unseen structures becomes crucial, because what lies beneath the surface may hold the key to humanity's future among the stars. Imagine, for a moment, the vastness of space. On the surface, planets like Mars appear as barren, red deserts, desolate yet promising. But beneath that surface lies a labyrinth of underground channels, ice reservoirs, and ancient mineral veins, all hidden from view. These subterranean realms are shielded from cosmic radiation, acting as natural vaults that could harbor secrets vital for sustaining life. Exploring them is like decoding a silent manuscript written in the language of geology and chemistry. An intricate story of planetary evolution, waiting to be uncovered. Yet, the most profound mysteries are not just beneath the surface. They are embedded in the fabric of space itself, woven into the very fabric of the universe's invisible architecture. Consider the Magnetar, an extraordinary, unseen structure that defies ordinary understanding. It is a neutron star with an immensely powerful magnetic field, so intense that it distorts space-time around it. This isn't just a dense ball of matter. It's a colossal, invisible force field, a cosmic titan lurking in the shadows of the universe. Its presence is betrayed only by bursts of gamma rays and the subtle curvature of electromagnetic waves, a ghostly giant whose true form is cloaked in mystery. But what kind of life waits inside this silence? Are these magnetic titans the remnants of collapsed stars, or do they serve as gateways to realms beyond our comprehension? Their extreme environments, where gravity crushes and magnetic fields twist space, are laboratories of the unknown. They challenge our understanding of physics, pushing the boundaries of what we believe possible. To study them is to peer into the dark heart of cosmic creation, to glimpse the forces that forge galaxies and seed life in distant worlds. As we seek to comprehend these unseen terrains, we confront a paradox. The more we discover, the more we realize how much remains concealed. Beneath the icy crusts of moons and planets, beneath the Magnetar's magnetic might, lies a universe of shadows. These dark corridors and hidden forces are the silent architects of cosmic evolution, shaping the environments where life might someday flourish. They are the metaphorical depths of human curiosity, deep, mysterious, and endlessly alluring. In this quest, our technological gaze must become sharper. Advanced sensors, autonomous probes, and quantum communication systems are our tools for illuminating the unseen. With each discovery, we unravel a new layer of the universe's secret design, revealing that the most profound truths are often hidden in the quietest corners, in the microscopic whispers and gravitational echoes that permeate space. But what kind of life waits inside this silence? Perhaps it is not just life as we know it, but a new form of existence, one that thrives in the dark, in the extreme, in the unseen. As we push the boundaries of exploration, we must confront the possibility that the universe's greatest mysteries are not just out there, but also within us, hidden in the depths of our understanding, waiting for us to decode the silent language of the cosmos. In the quiet vastness of space, resilience whispers in every grain of cosmic dust, in every star that flares and fades, reminding us that life's endurance is woven into the very fabric of the universe. From the tiniest particles that drift through the void to the colossal structures that shape galaxies, persistence is a silent, steadfast force. It is as if the universe itself breathes patience, slowly sculpting complexity from chaos, teaching us that survival is an ongoing dance between strength and adaptability. When we look at the microcosm, the resilient microbes that cling to icy moons or deep beneath planetary surfaces, we see a reflection of our own unwavering spirit. These tiny life forms endure extreme temperatures, crushing pressures, and complete darkness, finding ways to flourish where nothing should thrive. Their persistence is a delicate poetry, a reminder that even in the most hostile environments, life carves out its space, whispering that survival is not just about brute force, but about ingenuity and resilience. On a grander scale, the resilience of planets and stars themselves tells a story of slow, relentless transformation. Stars ignite and burn, blaze and die, forging elements in their cores, only to scatter their remnants across the cosmos, planting seeds for new worlds. These celestial cycles echo our own human journey, moments of intense struggle followed by rebirth, renewal, and growth. Just as stars withstand the tumult of nuclear fusion and cosmic storms, humanity faces its own storms, wars, pandemics, setbacks, yet continues to reach outward, driven by an innate desire to explore, to understand, to survive. Our perseverance mirrors the universe's own rhythm, a gentle yet inexorable push toward dawn after darkness. If life finds a way there, on planets like Mars, where the atmosphere is thin and the surface is scarred by ancient rivers and desolate plains, what are we capable of surviving? This question beckons us to look inward and outward with reverence. The pioneering spirit behind SpaceX's Starship embodies this resilience, an audacious hope to carry us across the void, to transform inhospitable landscapes into new homes. Like microbes that adapt to underground caves or extremophile bacteria that thrive in boiling springs, we learn that survival depends on ingenuity, patience, and the willingness to embrace change. The challenges of interplanetary travel, propulsion systems that defy the limits of physics, re-entry processes that must withstand the fiery embrace of planetary atmospheres, and vehicles designed for reuse are echoes of our own human tenacity. Each technological breakthrough is a testament to our capacity to persist, to innovate, and to adapt. The journey to Mars is not merely a voyage through space. It is an act of profound resilience, utilizing in-situ resources to produce fuel and sustain life, developing advanced life support systems, and building habitats that can withstand the harshness of the red planet. All these efforts mirror the micro-scale resilience of organisms that survive in extreme environments. Just as a single microbe finds a way to extract energy from the most unlikely sources, so too must humanity find ways to thrive amidst scarcity and uncertainty. The human spirit, like the universe itself, is driven by an unyielding hope, a soft crescendo of perseverance that swells with each challenge faced and overcome. Maintaining physical and mental health in reduced gravity, creating sustainable ecosystems, and developing autonomous systems for navigation and communication are acts of resilience on a technological and emotional level. They are the bridges that connect our fragile human existence with the vast, indifferent cosmos. As we lay the groundwork for long-term presence on Mars, we are echoing the enduring cycles of life, adapting, persevering, evolving, until we find our place among the stars. If life finds a way there, amid the red sands and frozen ice, then our resilience is boundless. It is written in the silent persistence of microbes, the slow glow of distant galaxies, and the determined heartbeat of explorers who look to the horizon with hope. Our journey is a testament to the quiet strength that sustains us through darkness and doubt, a gentle reminder that even in the most hostile and unimaginable places, life, our life, endures. And in that endurance, we discover not only our capacity to survive, but to thrive, to transform the infinite into a new home among the stars. The future of humanity hangs in the balance. SpaceX's Starship is not just a spacecraft. It is our greatest hope to reach Mars, our second home. Imagine carrying massive crews, endless cargo, breaking the chains of high costs and limited missions. But the clock is ticking. We face daunting challenges: efficient propulsion, atmospheric re-entry, vehicle reuse. Yet innovation pushes us forward. In-situ resource utilization could make round-trip journeys possible. Advanced life support and autonomous systems are vital. We must solve the human toll, reducing gravity's impact, building sustainable habitats, maintaining minds and bodies. And yet, something is unraveling fast. The stakes are higher than ever. This mission isn't just about technology. It's about our survival, about redefining what it means to be human. Comment what this awakening means to you, because the choices we make today will decide if Mars becomes our future or our final frontier, lost to time. The universe trembles on the brink of chaos, a silent, unstoppable unraveling that echoes both across the stars and on our dying Earth. Imagine a Magnetar, once a celestial titan of unimaginable strength, suddenly collapsing inward, its core imploding with a deafening scream of space-time tearing apart. Its magnetic field, which once shaped galaxies and guided cosmic particles, disintegrates into chaos, unleashing gamma-ray bursts that ripple through the fabric of the universe. This cosmic cataclysm, irreversible and absolute, sends shockwaves rippling through the universe's dark corridors, distorting the very laws that held galaxies in delicate balance. Meanwhile, on Earth, the melting ice caps are not mere symptoms, but the slow, inevitable death throes of a planet pushed beyond its limits. The polar glaciers, once majestic and eternal, now cascade into the oceans like silent funerals, releasing ancient waters that flood coastal cities and drown fertile lands. The skies darken with ash and poisonous smog as forests burn in relentless, unquenchable fires. The climate, once a stable rhythm of seasons, spirals into a relentless chaos: floods, droughts, storms, each one more devastating than the last. The soil, stripped of nutrients, becomes a barren wasteland, incapable of sustaining life. The delicate web of life, fragile as glass, fractures under the weight of human neglect and cosmic indifference, collapsing into silence. And in that unraveling, new powers begin to stir. The universe, in its final act of chaos, reveals its most terrifying secrets: black holes devouring entire star systems, gamma-ray bursts sterilizing worlds in an instant, and dark energy expanding faster than ever, tearing apart the very fabric of space and time. These cosmic forces, once distant and awe-inspiring, now threaten to swallow everything, including the remnants of human civilization. The Earth, a once vibrant jewel in the cosmic tapestry, becomes a ghostly relic, a planet scarred and shattered, its atmosphere thinning to a whisper of what it was, its surface a barren scar. The metaphors deepen as the Earth's dying oceans become a mirror for the collapsing universe, a vast, silent graveyard of hopes and dreams. The glacier's retreat mirrors the universe's fading light, both signals of a relentless entropy that no force can halt. The rotting forests and cracked crust become symbols of a life that once thrived, now reduced to dust and ash, scattered across a universe that no longer cares. The Earth's dying hum is a requiem for a fragile existence, drowned in the cosmic symphony of destruction. In this chaos, the very fabric of reality seems to tear apart. The stars, once beacons of hope and navigation, flicker and die, their light extinguished as their cores collapse into black holes. The universe's vast corridors, once filled with the promise of discovery, now echo with the silence of extinction. The cosmic and earthly collapses are mirror images, each an irreversible descent into darkness, each a testament to the fragile, fleeting nature of existence. As the final curtain falls, the universe's silent scream becomes deafening. The cosmic collapse, like Earth's melting glaciers, signifies not just an end, but a profound reminder that all things, no matter how grand or eternal they seem, are vulnerable to the inexorable tide of chaos. The universe's last light flickers and dies, leaving behind a void, a graveyard of stars and planets, of hopes and fears. Humanity's legacy, a fleeting spark in the vast darkness, flickers in the shadow of this universal collapse, a fragile defiance against the inevitable. And in that unraveling, new powers begin to stir. As humanity sets its sights on the red planet through SpaceX's pioneering Starship missions, we are compelled to reflect deeply on the broader implications of such an audacious leap. The promise of transforming Mars into a new home is intertwined with complex questions about power, ethics, and inequality, issues that extend far beyond the technological feats. Space mining, in particular, emerges as a critical yet morally ambiguous frontier, where the pursuit of resources risks echoing the darker chapters of our history: colonialism, exploitation, and environmental degradation, albeit on a cosmic scale. The drive to extract rare earth elements and other vital minerals from celestial bodies resembles the modern scramble for resources on Earth. Just as nations and corporations have historically competed over natural riches, often at the expense of indigenous populations or fragile ecosystems, the quest to harness extraterrestrial wealth could deepen existing inequalities. Wealthy nations and corporations with advanced space capabilities might dominate lunar and asteroid mining operations, effectively creating a new class of spacefaring elites. Meanwhile, the developing world risks being left behind, caught in a cycle where access to space resources becomes yet another form of economic disparity. This raises unsettling questions. Are these ventures truly driven by the collective good, or are they veiled pursuits of power and control? History shows us that technological progress often amplifies existing inequalities, allowing those with initial advantages to consolidate dominance. The question then becomes whether space resources will serve as a means for equitable development or as a new domain of imperialism, where a handful of actors carve out spheres of influence, leaving others in marginalization. The ethical dilemmas deepen when we consider planetary stewardship. Just as Earth's environment has suffered from unregulated exploitation, the potential for environmental harm on celestial bodies is equally real. Mining operations could disturb pristine landscapes, disrupt hypothetical ecosystems, or even cause unforeseen damage. Yet the rules governing extraterrestrial resource use remain nascent. Who has the right to decide how these new worlds are utilized? And what responsibilities do we bear to preserve their integrity for future generations? These questions mirror debates about environmental justice on Earth, emphasizing the importance of establishing international norms that prioritize sustainability and shared stewardship over unchecked greed. Furthermore, the pursuit of space colonization and resource extraction often masks underlying motives, whether national security concerns, economic dominance, or ideological ambitions. Just as the colonial powers of the past sought to control territories for strategic advantage, modern space endeavors could be motivated by the desire for geopolitical supremacy. Space becomes not just a realm of exploration, but a new arena for influence, where control over resources and communication networks translates into power on Earth. Hidden agendas may shape policies that favor the interests of a few, potentially undermining the democratic ideals that space exploration is often said to embody. Modern parallels, such as the race for rare Earth elements vital for electronics, renewable energy technologies, and military applications reveal how resource scarcity on Earth fuels conflict and inequality. The global dependency on a limited set of materials perpetuates a cycle of exploitation and geopolitical tension. If space-mined resources serve to reinforce these dynamics, we risk exporting our terrestrial struggles into the cosmos, creating a new frontier of inequality and conflict. Yet, amid these challenges, there is a compelling possibility for ethical stewardship and global cooperation. International frameworks could be established to regulate space mining, ensuring that benefits are shared equitably and that environmental impacts are minimized. Humanity's venture into the cosmos might then serve as a catalyst for renewing our commitment to justice, sustainability, and shared progress, reminding us that the ultimate goal is not domination, but responsible exploration. And so we ask, who shapes the future, and who is forgotten in its shadow? As we grapple with the allure of cosmic riches and the allure of unlimited expansion, we must confront the truth that the motivations behind space endeavors are often intertwined with earthly power structures. The promise of a new frontier can obscure the underlying inequalities and ethical dilemmas that threaten to repeat history on a planetary scale. The challenge is to ensure that our reach for the stars does not eclipse the moral responsibilities we hold here on Earth, or the rights of those who may be marginalized or exploited in the process. The path forward requires a deliberate and reflective approach, one that recognizes the potential for space to be a realm of shared human achievement, but also a mirror reflecting our deepest flaws. If we are to truly make Mars and beyond our new homes, we must question who benefits from these ventures and who bears the costs. We must ask whether our cosmic ambitions serve the collective good or simply reinforce existing hierarchies. In the end, the future of space exploration is not just written by engineers and scientists, but also by policymakers, ethicists, and global citizens. It is defined by our choices, whether to expand horizons responsibly or to succumb to the temptations of control and greed. The question remains, will we remember the lessons of our history as we forge new paths among the stars? Or will we, in the pursuit of progress, leave behind those who are most vulnerable, both on Earth and in the shadows of our cosmic ambitions? The answer depends on our willingness to navigate these moral complexities with. As humanity stands on the brink of transforming science fiction into reality, with SpaceX's Starship leading the charge toward Mars, the ethical implications of such audacious endeavors become increasingly profound. This journey is not merely about technological breakthroughs or the allure of exploring the unknown. It is about the choices we make today that will echo through generations, shaping not only the fate of a distant planet, but the very essence of what it means to be human. In a hopeful future, the launch of Starship and the subsequent colonization of Mars serve as a testament to our collective resilience and moral responsibility. We recognize that with great power comes great obligation. The ability to utilize in-situ resources, build self-sustaining habitats, and develop autonomous systems reflects a commitment to stewardship, ensuring that our expansion is guided by principles of sustainability and respect for extraterrestrial environments. Here, the challenge lies in balancing innovation with humility, acknowledging that the universe's vastness demands careful stewardship rather than reckless dominion. We see a future where humanity's presence on Mars is characterized by cooperation, both among nations and between humans and the environment, fostering policies that prioritize equitable access to space's new frontiers. The journey becomes a mirror for our best selves, a chance to redefine exploration as an act of shared hope, driven not by greed or conquest, but by a collective desire to learn, to preserve, and to grow. Yet, beneath this luminous vision lurks a sobering counterpoint, a dystopian shadow cast by unchecked ambition and ethical lapses. The same technological prowess that enables us to carry massive crews and extensive cargo also opens the door to exploitation, inequality, and environmental degradation. The pursuit of resources on Mars and beyond risks echoing Earth's darkest patterns: colonialism, resource hoarding, and environmental neglect, transposed onto a new world. Without vigilant oversight, the potential exists for powerful corporations or governments to prioritize profit over planetary health, turning Mars into a new frontier for corporate imperialism rather than a shared human legacy. The promise of autonomy and self-sufficiency could become a facade for authoritarian control, where a privileged few dominate the voyage and subsequent settlement, leaving others behind. Ethical lapses in decision-making, such as neglecting mental health, disregarding indigenous-like rights to extraterrestrial environments, or rushing into colonization without safeguards, could irreversibly damage both the New World and humanity's moral fabric. In the end, it's not just a story of stars, it's a story of us. We are the architects of this future, the moral agents who will determine whether our reach extends as a force for good or a catalyst for new forms of injustice. Our choices regarding resource utilization, environmental stewardship, and the rights of future inhabitants will define whether Mars becomes a beacon of hope or a cautionary tale. The power to shape this future lies within each of us, scientists, policymakers, citizens, and explorers alike. We hold the agency to demand transparency, to foster international cooperation, and to embed ethical reflection into every step of our interplanetary journey. This future hinges on the mirror we hold to ourselves today. Will we prioritize technological progress at the expense of moral integrity? Or will we harness innovation to forge a new paradigm, one rooted in justice, sustainability, and shared human dignity? The rising tension between these possibilities underscores the importance of conscious decision-making. Our collective destiny is not predetermined. It is a reflection of our values, our willingness to question, and our capacity to act with foresight and compassion. As we gaze toward the red horizon of Mars, we must remember that exploration is more than reaching new worlds. It is about understanding our place within the universe and within ourselves. The choices we make now will determine if we step forward as custodians of a new planetary chapter or stumble into a future marred by greed and neglect. The story of Mars is ultimately a story of choices, and it is our agency that will turn the pages. So, as you reflect on this journey, consider, are you willing to stand as a guardian of ethical integrity in humanity's most ambitious chapter? Will you advocate for a future where our reach extends with responsibility, where our discoveries serve all of humanity, and where the universe becomes a testament not only to our technological mastery, but to our moral evolution? The stars are calling us forward, but it is within our power to choose the path that leads to hope or despair. In the end, the future of Mars, and indeed of us, rests in the choices we make today. Now, let us fall into silence and listen to the whispers of the cosmos, calling us to dream beyond the stars. The journey to Mars through SpaceX's Starship is more than technology. It is a testament to human resilience, hope, and the daring spirit that refuses to be confined by Earth's boundaries. As we prepare to forge a new home among the red sands, remember that each step we take is a reflection of our collective courage, a seed planted in the limitless universe. Let your voice be the echo that shapes what comes next. Share your visions, your fears, your hopes, because in our shared stories, we find the strength to turn this cosmic voyage into a legacy of unity and discovery. The universe awaits our awakening, and the future is ours to shape. not just with machines and plans, but with the depth of our humanity. Together, we can transform the impossible into the dawn of a new era. Now, let us embrace the silence and listen for the call of the infinite. As we gaze upon the vast darkness of space, the promise of Mars emerges not merely as a destination, but as a mirror to our own eternal quest for meaning. The breakthroughs in interplanetary travel, Starship's immense capacity, reusable engines, and in-situ resource utilization are echoes of humanity's age-old drive to transcend boundaries and forge new horizons. These ventures, rooted in technology and resilience, challenge us to consider what it truly means to belong to a planet, a community, a future. The effort to sustain life amid the silence of the cosmos becomes a profound reflection on our capacity for hope amid uncertainty, for adaptation amid adversity. As the red planet beckons as a potential second home, questions linger about our nature, our purpose, and the echoes of our collective consciousness. In the end, perhaps it is not the destination that defines us, but the unyielding desire to reach beyond the known, an inevitable unfolding of our place among the stars.